I got up and I took a shower and I had my breakfast. Now I'm just laying down. But it's a good start, this is progress, shower, then breakfast, kind of forming a routine a little bit, so I'm okay with that. I just got done watching Grey's Anatomy. Now I am about to prioritize my work. Not necessarily my work, but like my podcast. Even though it's not, doing as well as I hoped, there is a lot of views on the behind the scenes footage, which means like some of what I'm being said is being heard. I'm still working on the next episode of the podcast, but like even though if no one is watching the original podcast, even though you guys are still like watching, from my YouTube channel, that means you are still getting in the knowledge, like, which is good. I just got done working on my podcast and I personally like the direction I'm going in. I'm becoming more open and more, personal. I'm like living in this town. I've kind of like tiptoed around my town, like never really stood up for myself, never really stood up for like any of my situations. Like I've always been kind of real conservative. And now like I'm really getting the chance to like, I'm learning how to like properly, use my words, without, offending anybody, without like, making it seem like, I'm talking about somebody, talking trash about somebody. I'm learning how to use my words, express myself, but like use them carefully. What are we supposed to do with a stick? How's it work? Oh, it's got a little, is that how it works? How does she want us to do this? I mean, I would have put in a miniature brush, but my reindeer's about to look so ugly. Look, I finally have something to put Christmas related in my Vlogmas. I'm painting Christmas ornaments. It actually is starting to look decent. So I am about to do some yoga. It's a new experiment. It's gonna be on this YouTube channel. So it is gonna be on here. Yeah. This week in my 10th week of pregnancy, my doctor recommended doing yoga in my 10th week to see if it relieves some of the symptoms. I am not ready. I am not a yogi. Never been a yogi. Tried to get into it. It all comes down to a matter of overthinking it, but I'm gonna give it a try because he said so. It's amazing from like what you learn versus what you know now. Because like going into this, I was like, oh, I'm not a yogi. Oh, I'm overthinking it. Like, oh, I don't know any ounce of yoga. But it really starts with being a beginner. Once you go into it, you realize that it's really a mind trick. It's really all about relaxation and finding what's right for you. Once you realize it, you stop overthinking everything. The trick about yoga is that you begin to realize there's not a right way to do it and there's not a wrong way to do it. It took me years to learn that.